Sometimes when you look at a quilt top, you just know how you want to quilt it. I don't know why or how, but it just happens that way. So here's another edition of how did I quilt that. This is a quilt top that a friend dropped by just after I got my long arm machine. She said that she didn't care how it was quilted, just to go at it and do what I felt was right. She'd had the quilt for several years, I believe, and it was part of a block in the month that she had worked on. So when I first saw it, like I said, I was just new with my machine, and I thought, you know, this would be a perfect top to learn how to do ruler work. I knew how to do ruler work for my domestic machine. I wasn't good at it on that. I don't think my machine liked it, but I was willing to try it with the long arm. So when I first saw it, I thought, yeah, I'm going to do straight lines around these circles. And then I also ended up doing lines inside these shapes. So that's how I started with my ruler work. And then I also, for some reason, I thought I got this image in my head when I saw this block. So each block got that. Then for the circles, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. I had outlined them like this. And I thought, okay, I'm just going to do feathers around the inside. Opposite of how they often go. Usually feathers go the other way. And then I just meandered in the middle. Then I decided I needed to practice some more of my real feathers. So this strip really lent well to that. And then for the outlines, I started alternating. That went this way from right down to left, and then this one went left down to right. Then I had the center block. So the center block was really a combination of these other blocks, right? So I did more or less the same thing. In the center, I did little feathers around the circle inside, and then I did meandering, and then I did the straight lines in the blades, I would call them, and then echo quilting around. And then, oh, this was a little bit of ruler work. I did ruler work for the lower curves, and then I echoed around it. And this is the ruler that I used for this work. It's an Angela Waters ruler called Sid, and that's what I used for that one. So it was just basically the same thing all around the quilt. I just did the echoing around, and then the bottom row was all in one direction, and the top row was all in one direction. It took a little bit of practice and taking out. I think this was my second or third full quilt on the long arm. And there's the back. You can see the quilting on the back. The dark lines are my basting lines for the fabric and the batting. So this was a nice one to practice on, like I said, to learn how to use the rulers. And I realized I can do it. It turned out quite well. So she's going to come and get it soon. She's in Florida right now, but she'll collect it when she comes back. And that's how I quilted this one.